Welcome back to Meet the Rivals, everybody. Today, we got a special guest, Linepro, coach of Heretics here today in EMEA, representing. How you doing, brother?
I'm really good. It's pretty early in the morning for us here.
That's maybe when the scrim blocks start, so you got to train your team, you got to write the plan for them. Now, the people want to know, how did your journey in esports begin? How did you end up the coach for Heretics?
First, I didn't even compete in esports. I was just playing traditional sport, but I got injured, and that's how I started playing FPS games, then some MOBA games. I've been finding success in all of those. Then I really liked this genre of hero shooters. In a different game, I was already competing as a coach at some point, but then in Marvel Rivals, I just fell in love with the game. I started playing a lot. I started as a player. I knew I have a good game knowledge to not be a player, but actual coach players. Only if that was a really good and talented team, and I think I finally found one. So I think this is where I belong and this is where I'm happy.
Outside of coaching, what did you do before esports?
I think I've been doing esports my entire life. When I was still 16 is when I was first competing for some pro teams. But the thing is, as soon as I finished school, or even when I was still at school, I already had some professional offers and I went to live to some other places like LA and Korea. I feel like I just started with esports pretty young, so I never really had the chance to do any other job.
What's your favorite MCU film or show?
It has to be Loki or Doctor Strange movies. I also like Guardians of the Galaxy. I think these three.
Now, in Marvel Rivals, what is your favorite hero to play?
I feel like it would be between Gambit or White Fox, maybe. They're just both very fun. It allows you more aggressive play style where you don't need to stay behind your team as much. You can take more angles, do more of your own stuff, and you have abilities to disengage and go back to safety.
Now, the opposite. What is your least favorite hero to play against?
Has to be Penny. I just feel like it just mines on the ground, it just ruins everything. I don't think anyone likes playing into Penny.
What team comp is your favorite to run with your team?
Oh, dive for sure. I think dive requires more structure, more coordination, more communication. When it's executed properly, it's just pure poetry. It's just so beautiful to watch.
If you could pick any Marvel character to add to Marvel Rivals, who would it be?
Lastly, what I was thinking would be Mysterio as a strategist. My head was maybe something very similar to Loki, but I think it can be different with some illusions, or Ant-Man as a strategist as well, where you make your teammates smaller or bigger. Obviously when they're big, they have more HP. When they're smaller, maybe they move faster, or they're smaller, they can maybe go under the payload, stuff like that.
That's a good idea. You've got some good ideas there. Maybe you got one more. Can you make up a team up for me right now that you want to add to Marvel Rivals?
I actually had one recently on my mind. Yeah, it's gonna be for name, or just add him another squid, some different squid. Iron squids. Put him with Iron Man. Iron squids.
More squids. Okay, I see where you're coming from. Let's talk a bit meta. What is a hero that you would nerf to bottom tier?
I mean, obviously Gambit, but I don't want to nerf Gambit. I want to rework Gambit, because I feel like no matter how much you nerf him, his entire kit, but especially Ultimate, gives you, it's just so unique. A redesign will be the most healthy thing for the hero. But nerfing, I don't think I would nerf any hero right now. It's pretty fine where it is right now. Maybe if it's a buff, I would say Black Cat. I will definitely buff Black Cat again.
Okay, that's the next one. Who would you buff? Black Cat? Okay.
I feel like the last patch was the most aggressive one I've seen from Nades by a long far, because usually, look at Gambit, he has way more nerfs than Black Cat, but they were slowly happening. They just took Black Cat and just evaporated from the game. I just feel like it's really hard to make it playable nowadays. She needs some buff for sure.
What do you think about the new hero Cyclops?
I cannot tell you if he's the best hero. He could be. It really depends on what your entire team composition, what you're playing against. But raw stats, it has to be probably the best duelist. He has the same purpose as a Phoenix or a Hela, where you're taking an angle and obviously you have a very big one-shot potential, right? I cannot even tell you he's the strongest right now. I feel like some moments Starlord might feel better. Sometimes can be a bit annoying to play against. Maybe that's one of the heroes that I would nerf, but not by much, just some raw damage, because the hero does feel fine.
You've given opinions on, Black Cat, Gambit, and now Cyclops. How do you feel about the whole meta in this season?
I think every season is going to be harder and harder. I don't think there's ever a meta, where, this is the meta. I feel like almost everything is playable, and the more season, there's going to be more heroes and more things to consider and more things playable, and everything is going to be somehow more balanced. I don't know how are they doing it, because I feel like it's really hard to balance, because you also need to balance team ups and everything. Just feel like almost everything is playable. Pro play, that is really hard sometimes, because you try to value all what should we prioritize? And then no matter, like, there's always something you can do. I think for the viewers and for the casual, that's great because they're just going to watch it. It's going to feel amazing because every team's going to have their own identity, playing their own heroes, their own play style.
Well, speaking of the pro play, what is your personal favorite moment from Marvel Rivals Ignite?
Has to be some Tanuki Blackout moment when Blackout was still playable. You know, how sometimes you play strange TP like right in front of where people are and like they just already appear inside. Team Heretics, like on their Twitter account, they posted like a picture in the first second. There was like Enzo with Devil Dinosaur's head popping off, and it felt like some animated cartoon. That was so funny. It really reminded me to how Netis put like Dongmin getting grabbed by Wolverine after the strange TP. That was like really funny. I think that was my favorite moment.
For the people watching, there are many out there who want to be pro players, but some also want to be coaches. Do you have a piece of advice for future coaches?
If it has an actual meaning for you or why you want to achieve it, what's the reason behind it? Because it's going to be a lot of sacrifice, especially of time. You're not going to have that much time to spend with your loved ones or with your family or with friends. I mean, look at me. I'm not at home right now. I'm in Berlin doing a boot camp. So if you don't really like what you're doing, it's going to be really hard. I'm in Team Heretics, and our slogan says, you can't teach passion. Sometimes you either have it or you don't have it.
Got a fun scenario for you. Hypothetical. You're forced to swap teams just for one stage with another coach. Which team is it?
I think I would just quit the game. There's nothing wrong with me saying, oh, this team because I like them. I can tell you which team I like, obviously. If it was any other team, I will not be a coach. I would be a player again. I feel like I'd rather be top 1 as a coach than top 3 as a player, for example. And I just really believe this team. But I think what makes my team unique for me, it's that we really enjoy the game and we're really good friends all together. Almost every team I've been in every game, in every esport, people just come for scrims just a bit earlier, leave just a bit late. Well, we are here hours before scrims, like already talking about the game. If we are struggling in the game, it can get tense for some teams where they can get like mad at each other. There can be some egos. Now here, no one has ego. We rage bait each other a lot. The atmosphere is just so positive and so good that I just cannot see myself enjoying it as much in any other team.
Maybe you'll swap if you become a player. That's what you're saying.
I can see myself doing that. I don't know which team though. Probably VP or Navi.
Hey, you believe in the Heretics all the way. That's what you want to hear, everybody, from your coach. Now, as the coach, what is your ultimate goal?
Honestly, just enjoy the path. Every team has the same goal, which is like you want to win the entire thing. You want to win at the end of Ignite Stage 2, not just like our region, but the whole thing. Imagine you can fly or teleport or go invisible in real life. That would be awesome, right? That's a superpower. Well, unfortunately, you can't have that, but I feel like being the best in the world kind of feels like a superpower, and that's something you can achieve. Obviously, we want to achieve that. The way I see it, and this is just my vision, I feel like Marvel Rivals, it's really hard to be always the top team consistently. I'm saying this especially because of draft. I feel like drafting, the way draft works, I did this maths in the past, and I've said it in the past. If there was only 10 heroes to be considered in the draft, the amount of possible drafts with 10 heroes, it's more than 3,700,000. So it's impossible to keep every possible draft in mind. If we were machines, and if we were to play 24 hours a day, like we don't need no sleep, no food, and if we were to remember all the possible drafts, you would still not even try 1% of all the possible drafts. So with that being said, you're human after all. You have to sleep, you have to eat, you have to do those stuff. You can improve until a certain point, but then at some point it's just RNG. Anyone can take it. I believe my team, just because of the atmosphere, maybe we have more chances. Obviously, it's the goal for everyone. That's my goal as well. But I think what matters the most is to enjoy it. Because if I'm doing this and I stress about, but I'm not going to remember all the possible drafts, of course you're not. So with that being said, I think the most important thing for me is to just enjoy my time with my team. We're having a great time. We enjoy Marvel Rivals. We love the game.
What city do you want to see host a Marvel Rivals LAN event?
Personally, I would love Madrid. I'm from Spain. I've been in events around the world, and I can guarantee you the Spanish fans are crazy. That stadium will go really crazy. But in general, I feel like I would just love to have something in Europe. I think Korea or Japan would be really amazing as well.
Final question of the day. You can say anything you want to the people out there. Why do you want this? Why are you a coach in Marvel Rivals Ignite?
Well, I got goosebumps from the question because this comes with a lot of character development, right? I think the reason why I competed or started competing before has nothing to do with why I'm competing now. I was actually born in Bulgaria, not in Spain. So my parents went to find a good place where they can make a living to give me a better future. But for my entire childhood, I was alone at home. That made me way more extrovert. If your parents are not with you to go out to the park, meet other kids, etc., I have to do it all myself when I'm a kid. So I have to be way more extrovert. And one way for me to replace this parent love that I was missing, because obviously they're around the world, they're not there with me, I was if I'm really good at stuff, people like me. That's something I noticed when I was young. If I was the fastest at class, people will love me. If I was the best of football, people will love me. When I was young, I was very insecure. I was missing like a lot of parental love, and that was my way to buy it. I just need to be good at stuff. Me starting competing in esports as well, like obviously I got injured in traditional sport, but that was just my way to rent love from people. That was my way to be worthy. Obviously back then, I don't know why am I doing it. Like later on, you grow up. I'm 30 years old now, but nowadays that's not my reason. Now I just like really like entertaining people, because sometimes even when I'm streaming, people come by and they write some private message. Hey, you know what? I'm having a really hard time lately in life, but I'm just watching your content, your stream, play Marvel Rivals, and I just forget about all the bad stuff. It's helping me progress. Or some people will say, I'm really inspired. I want to become like really good. I want to learn more. It's for those people, you know. We want to win. We want to lose. Those are our personal goals. But I think what matters the most, it's we're entertaining people, we're making them happy. We can inspire a lot of people in a lot of ways, and you can teach a lot of people. Like just inspire people to keep going on, to follow their dreams. I think that's what really matters to me right now. I love my work, I love my family, and I really love my team. And for all the fans out there, don't forget to buy the Team Heretics bundle. Don't forget, this is the only team, the only bundle you can be using to be playing for the vibes. Just keep supporting us. We really appreciate it.
There you have everybody. Once again, you've officially met another rival that's vibey.